Hi, my friend. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a very simple thing, which is I think even one of the most important things, lessons that we can learn in our lives. And you can listen to me and you can do that in your own life, adapt it, or you can find it out the hard way because everybody will find it eventually. And the thing I want, first of all, I want you to know that everything is fine. Everything's okay. Everything is as it's supposed to be right now, no matter where you are right now, no matter what stage in your life you are in right now. If you're very successful, if you already have a family with kids, if you are on the way of being successful, if you're doing actually absolutely nothing, sitting in your room, scrolling through social media, maybe you have to do that right now. I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's time to improve. But the point I wanted to make is don't stress yourself out. Don't put pressure on yourself. Not at all, because pressure is going to get you nowhere. Look, there's so many souls out there, and each soul is on their own journey, in their own pace. Because we are all different. You are different than me. I'm different from everybody else. We are all completely different. Maybe there is some similarities, but we are completely different beings. We are completely different persons with different skills and with different goals in our life. There is even people that don't have any goals at all, and that's the point I'm making in this video. Like, a very high percentage of humanity that has access to the internet is fucked, it's rigged, because you scroll through social media and you see all the people being successful, traveling around the world, having amazing lives, and you sit in your room and you just watch it. It's kind of a downgrade, right? So what does happen next? It kind of makes you feel bad about yourself because you are not as successful as this person that you are not as successful as the person you're watching right now. But that's fine, because I got to know a man who was very successful some months ago, and I tried to act like him, do the stuff that he did. And I didn't know at that point that I needed to learn some other stuff first in order for me to get there. So I forgot about my own path and I fell down because I was looking to the right instead of my own way. You can imagine it like that. I mean, in life, we just walk around, We are on a hike, on a big hike. And there is people that don't set any goals at all. They just be, they like to meet people, but they don't actually care about their own lives. Or maybe they just don't know how to care about their own lives because they never got the responsibility. This feeling of being responsible for your own life. I mean, there's a very good saying, like, life's a book, make yours a bestseller. That's where you actually start to take life into your own hands and try to do something with it. And not all the people are walking into the same direction. But very important is that you know your own direction, that you have your own mountain, your own goal in life. For me, I'm walking towards a mountain right now. And there's some people walking with me, some people I met along the way as I started that journey a year ago, or even 1.5 years ago. And I walk towards that mountain, and my goal is to someday, I hope in 2 years or 3 years, I am able to build up a coaching business and help people to grow, help people to find back to themselves, help people to find their way, their way of living, and finding fulfillment within themselves, finding peace. falling in love with their own life. That is my goal. And there's people that are on a similar path. There's people that are on the same path and they walk faster than me. They achieve that goal in way shorter amount of time. And I see people walking past me, but that's okay for me, you know, because if I just keep looking at that person to the right that has like a way higher pace than I have, and I ask this person, it's okay to ask, you know, it's okay to ask, how do you do that, blah 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 blah. You have also like you have a backpack, you know, hiking around, you have a backpack. Some people have bigger backpacks, some people have smaller backpacks, some people exchange their backpacks from a smaller to a bigger one. But I have tools in it, you know, tools that help me to climb up this exact mountain. I don't know how the mountain looks on top of it, but as I walk up the mountain, I meet people that maybe have been there already, and they give me tools. Maybe I craft my own tools somehow, so it gets easier. And if I always look to the right, I never care about my own thing, I keep falling down. You will always fall down in life, and you can stand up, but you learn something from it. If you keep making the same mistake that you always look on the right and you don't realize that you fell down because you haven't got your eyes on your own path, that's like a very huge problem. And so many people suffer from that, I think. And I chose the word suffering because they are suffering. They just don't know it because they don't even look inwards. It is suffering to not have like an own journey, to not have an own life. It is suffering because as you die and you realize it, it's the worst thing to realize, to not having lived life to the fullest, you know. So you can learn from people. People maybe all of a sudden turn to the right and you will never see them again because their goal has changed, and that's okay. Because the only thing that matters is that you're on your own way. And as you reach that goal, as you climb higher, you get better at climbing. You get better at being in that journey, you know. And what I recently just thought is that I just fucking love my life. Even though I'm not there yet where I want to be, I just love it. I love the journey, you know. I love working on it because I love my path. Because as I walk up, as I work towards my goals, and I look back, the view is getting more and more beautiful. I keep climbing higher and higher. And don't ever forget to look back, because if you forget to look back, you don't see all the beautiful things in life. If you never look to your left and never look to your right and only focus on yourself, you don't meet people. Just be open, but be in your own frame. That is the perfect mixture. So yeah, and as I climb up that mountain, there's another mountain rising behind it. That is normal. Because as I achieve my goals, I set new goals. Because my personality has grown and I want more from life itself. More and more and more and more. Maybe that's also like different from person to person, but for me it is like that. And I fell in love with that gap. There will always be a gap between you where you are right now and where you want to be, and it's supposed to be like that. It's okay. It's the best feeling to actually fall in love with that journey, fall in love with that gap that you have. Because life would make no sense if you haven't had that gap. If you don't have any goals, why would you live? You know? I mean, there's so many people that are just sitting in their room, being like around 50 years old and just doing nothing, letting life pass next to them. Like they never experience something, they just consume. So start to create your life and stop just, it's good to just be and just enjoy, but take your life into your own hands. Set yourself some goals that you want to achieve, and you will find the fun in it, you know. That being said, I hope it helped you a little, brought some silence into you, and yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful journey, and a wonderful life. All the power.